Grand risings, dear family. Shalom to every man, woman, and child on this planet. What does the word shalom mean? Simply means peace and greetings. I am just a man with a conviction. What is my conviction? In order to know what a conviction is, you first got to know what the word conviction even means. And the definition for the word conviction would simply be a firmly held belief and or firmly held opinion. Therefore, my firmly held belief and or firmly held opinion is that God will have his world, God will have his people moving God's speed forever. Soul speed. My content will be to tread wisely with this conviction of mine, for I desire to see it manifest by any moral means necessary. So real quick, I want to drop and or toss out a sequence of words that will see it do that. And in this particular video here, I want to give a full, elaborate explanation as to how to gain full self-awareness immediately. You're going to need three things. First, validation of what the word awareness even means. The word awareness simply defines as knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. That's the first thing you're going to need. Here's why. Having the definition of words is how you apply the word. What I am ultimately trying to get across to you, or really to myself in other words, for you are me, as I am you, and we are one and the same. We are all essentially the same, but we're not completely the same. We're just very similar to each other. And so, due to how this knowledge is registering in my mind, and what it is providing me is in regards to having certain answers as to certain questions of why the certain things are happening in this world the way they're happening, or the way certain things are happening in my life the way they're happening. Having the knowledge, especially of certain words, helps. Awareness. The kind of awareness I am kicking to you all is spiritual awareness. Why do I want to give you the knowledge of a situation or fact in regards to spirit? Why do I want to give you that? Because we live in a spiritual warfare. What is a spiritual warfare? First of all, in order to know what a spirit is, you first got to have validated and be aware of what spirit even is. In order to know what a spiritual warfare is, you have to have validation and awareness as to what spirit actually is. Spirit is the non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character. As also it is the soul. So in other words, the spirit is also the soul, as the soul is also the spirit. Powers go into your spirit, meaning, in the word power simply means the ability to do something, especially as a faculty or quality, just simply the ability to do something or act a particular way. The ability to do something or act a particular way, that is what power is. You have certain powers in your body. You have certain powers that are a part of you as your spirit is. Be aware of this. Have the knowledge of this. Those powers jump into your body, jump into your spirit, and elicit of you. Elicit means simply to evoke or draw out a response, answer, or fact from someone in reaction to thine own actions or questions, or its own actions or questions, or whatever the thing is that's trying to draw something out of you's actions or questions. Whatever the said object or power or whatever it is, it can be a force of nature or a shallowness of nature. It is trying to elicit something out of you. It'll hop into your spirit, i.e. your crown, and it will elicit of you one of three characteristic energy styles. A good characteristical energy style, a bad characteristical energy style, or a balanced characteristical energy style. Balance meaning steady. Balance meaning even. Balance meaning together. Balance meaning the capabilities of proper progress. What we all want in this world, or at least should I say the majority of us, from what my understanding sees. But that's the first thing you're going to need, though, to have full awareness immediately. To gain full awareness immediately. Here's how you gain full awareness immediately. And the kind of awareness I'm trying to kick to you is spiritual awareness. The first thing you need is the validation of what the word awareness even means. Knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. The definition of the word awareness. And the first thing you need to have full awareness is the validation of the word's meaning. Knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Awareness defines as the knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Second thing you're going to need to gain full awareness. Mastery of the 6 single word questions. Mastery of the 6 single word questions and how to apply them. Mastery of the 6 single word questions and how to apply them. What are the 6 single word questions? Who, what, when, where, how, why. Very simple stuff. Very, very, very simple stuff. But you will be surprised how effective it will be to have as you progress through this valley of the shadow of death. You'll be surprised how effective these words will be to you once you let them register. When you let these words register, you'll be surprised, and you will be thankful, and you will be grateful. I see how I look. I don't care. I know what this is ultimately going to do for me when you get this. But at any rate, the second thing you're going to need to gain full awareness immediately is mastery of the 6 single word questions. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Why do you need those questions mastered? Those questions are all reality-driven questions. You can ask, because think about it as first, let's combine the 2 theories for a second. Think about it this way: knowledge or perception of situation or fact. Knowledge or perception of situation or fact. That's what awareness is. So what kind of situation, or who is in the situation? When is the situation? Why is the situation? How is the situation? Where is the situation? Who, what, when, where, how, and why. This is all how you just gain awareness. And I'm talking spiritual awareness because we're in a spiritual warfare. And there are other things outside of you that are really doing its fine darndest best to get some stuff into your head and elicit of you some really negative attributes. This world really wants to elicit of you some really, really negative attributes. And with a little bit of awareness and or a lot of bit of awareness on your team, is how you can stop it all from drilling itself into your body and splitting you in half. But due to who, what, and who you truly are, you can't die. So that means it's just going to be drilling in you for the rest of existence. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. What's the situation? What's the knowledge you need? When was the facts presented in order for you to have them validated? Where are the facts? What's happening? What's the situation? Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Gain mastery of those 7 questions by applying them to your current personal reality. Ask yourself those 7 questions in that reality. Ask yourself those 6 single word questions in your reality. Ask yourself those single 6 word questions in your reality. Answer them. Ask them and then answer them. No, you're not a crazy person if you're talking to yourself. You're simply a person trying to gain, and or not even trying, you're working towards gaining the knowledge and circumstances of the situation or fact. All you're trying to do is gain awareness. You're just gaining awareness by asking yourself these 6 questions, these 6 single word questions as they apply to your reality. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Ask those 6 questions towards your personal reality using awareness. Now that you have validation of what the word means. Third and final thing you're going to need. Here's what'll be interesting and what'll make the most sense for you if it hasn't made sense to you so far. The last thing you're going to need, it's an acronym I came up with. Physical, by the way. Speaking in regards to patterns, to the patterns of peace. 3 patterns. Intellect, the knowledge of what the word means. The second pattern, the soul, knowing, which is connected to it. And now the flesh. The third part. Here's the third thing you need to gain full awareness. Mastery of an acronym that I like to call veering. Veering. Or VEER. Veer. What is the acronym word veer translate to? Violent, erratic, emotional responses. The word veer, or the acronym for the word veer that I just came up with. I've been thinking about a lot of this stuff for like the past 15 years straight, and I'm just not talking about it today. But at any rate, veering. Be aware of people's veering. Because as you walk through your life with this knowledge in your head, people will respond to you very violently. Be aware of how they veer. Let's look at it this way. I don't see in the right now. I see in the horizon. Just wanted to throw that out there real quick. But this entire world, the entire evil ethos of this world, all it simply has is people turned against people. Life turned against life. Living things turned against living things. The evil ethos of this world simply has people against people and natural things against natural things. People, when you walk through this valley of the shadow of death and you start to gain intellect and awareness, knowledge or perception of the situation in fact, knowledge or perception of a situation in fact, or fact, and when you start to gain those things, people are going to look at you, treat you differently. They're going to try you, challenge you, and test you. No reason. I mean, let's think about it. The world's evil ethos only became this way due to what people said to us. Due to what a lot of things that were said to us. The evil doesn't want us to get out of this at all. So if somebody starts saying certain things that can get us out of it at all, that'll be a problem, wouldn't it? I'm just saying some stuff out loud at the end of the day. That's all. But at any rate, veering. Everything about this indoctrination makes you very emotional. And the thing is, words are in your head, ensuring that you cannot get out of it. So I'm going to say some things out loud with hopes that you may. Revelations 18:4 and 5. Go look it up and read what it says. Let's not forget, I can only display a certain amount of energy, especially due to how the people who ensured that we would be stuck in this mentality and stuck in this world. Romans 12:1 and 2, once you know better, you do better. Be not of this world, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. They don't want your mind renewed, because if you renew your mind, you'd get out of the indoctrination they have you under that they took 6,000 years beating you into after piggybacking off of someone else's who's been doing it for 6 million years. It's like we just can't get a day off or a break, huh? Yeah, I know. That's what it's like when you exist in a reality that's been at war since the dawn of its existence. Crazy, man. The full truth is actually crazy. A war is the reason we even have reality, yo. I'm just saying some stuff out loud. But at any rate, the third part that you need to have full awareness. Be aware of people's veering. Have knowledge or perception of veering. Have knowledge or perception of veering. What does the word acronym VEER translate to? Violent, erratic, emotional responses. People only respond to you violently and erratically because there was something very violent, erratic, and emotional that drove them to that state of existence. State meaning physical status, not the state you're living in, these imaginary borderlines. You know, your physical state. People are in a very prideful and jealous state because pride and jealousy is what drove them here in the first place. I'm just going to say it out loud. However y'all take it is how y'all take it. Whatever y'all do from me saying my words is what y'all going to do. I'm just going to say it. Just got so much on my chest, man. You know what I'm saying? Just got so much. Got to say a lot. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for people's veering. That's the third thing you need to have full awareness, knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Violent, erratic, emotional responses. As you walk through this valley of the shadow of death and people want to try you for no reason due to their jealousies and their pride for this world and their jealousies of what your possessions, because here's the thing, they are not satisfied with anything they have at all, yet they are satisfied with everything they have at the same flipping time. The way it works, it's all just so bizarre, man. Just so bizarre. But y'all will get it eventually. I'm just going to toss it out here. Just say some sequence of words, frequencies of words. I know how dangerous it is to talk like this in a certain volume, so I'm just going to say it kind of sort of unorthodox, but at the same time organized and structured. But at any rate, that's all I wanted to say for this video. So here's a recap real quick. First, you're going to need validation of what the word awareness means in order to gain full awareness immediately. And the validation of the word awareness, its definition, its meaning. Why do you need the meanings and or definitions of a word? Because let's never forget, every word that we have ever received from anywhere in our history came from this world we have. A world of nothing but lies and truths concomitantly. This world, everything about it, every detail, every intricate integer, no matter where you want to go or what you do to gain or get up, whether you get rich or stay poor or be right in between, this world will be what it is. And this world is the reason why you have your riches and why you have your poverty and why you have your in-between in the first place. It's the reason why you have words. This world gave you all of the words, and the word awareness came from this world as well. But why is it a word that we use, and how do we use them? Because these words help us communicate and perform proper actions as to how they see fit us to perform proper actions. The words came from the enemy. But the enemy is a lie and a truth concomitantly. How can the enemy be a lie and a truth concomitantly? I ain't going to go too deep into it because I don't want to make the video too much longer. But soul skin. Take those two words together that were just said out loud in a sequence of the sound waves, however you wish to. Soul skin is the reason why we have the truth and the lie simultaneously. Why do we have the lie? Very, very evil, negative energy. BKA, simply a force of nature and not a shallowness of nature. A force of nature, not a shallowness of nature, a force of nature. Just saying it out loud. Just saying it all out loud. I'm just talking, man. You know, if you made it to this part, great. Good for you. Appreciate you. Listening to some random guy in his car talk about stuff. talk about awareness and whatnot. Oh, I know what it's going to do. That's why I'm saying it out loud in the first place. I know what it's going to do. Don't worry, I know. But at any rate, first step is the knowledge and or validation of what the word awareness actually means so you can know how to apply it. Unfortunately, it's the way this world wants you to apply it, but it's still just use everything you got, man. Use whatever you got to beat this, because at the same time, your natural internal morals, your natural internal moral wiring, meaning the power of your third eye chakra or your pineal chakra or your third eye nature organ, and or the power inside of your brain. When you allow that power to sit in your non-physical spirit, it will elicit of you a balanced reality. And the balanced reality that it'll elicit of you is what your spirit naturally connects to, which is your heart. The power of your pineal nature holds the power of your moral capabilities and your moral comprehension skills. Allow that to sit in your crown seat. Think of the spirit like this way. Just to be funny, or not funny, but think of the spirit in this regard. It's a Megazord from Power Rangers. Yeah, man, we're all walking Power Ranger Megazord. That's what we are. Yeah, we got 5 different little, or since it's the root, sacral, solar, then the heart, then you got the throat and the crown and the pineal. Those 6 Power Rangers from our internal powers, our internal chakra setup, those 6 Power Rangers can hop into your spirit Megazord and elicit of you go into being good, balanced, or bad. You follow what I'm saying? You're going to be good, balanced, or bad because of the 6 Power Rangers known as the chakra nature organs who hop into your crown seat, known as your Megazord pilot part, and they get to charging you up to do something good, bad, or immoral, or good, bad, or balanced. That's just the first step, though. Knowledge or validation of what the word awareness even is. Second, mastery and or answering your own personal who, what, when, where, why, and how questions. Your 6 single word questions of who, what's, when, where, how, and why. Look at that. 6 specific questions, 6 specific powers that hop into your Megazord seat. So that's technically 7. But at any rate, mastery and or answering your own personal who, what, when, where, how, and why questions to connect your own personal history to your own personal present, and even towards progression into your own personal future. And final, third, watch out for people's veering. Because at the end of the day, this entire evil world, all it is people turned against people. So in order to survive, you have to be aware of how people operate and think. Best way to do that is to have mastery of spiritual awareness. Allow your morals to sit in your spirit. Allow your natural morals to sit in your spirit so it can auto Megazord move you into a balance. In other words, if you allow your pineal nature organ or your pineal chakra or your third eye nature organ or your third eye chakra, if you allow that power to sit into your crown spirit, if you allow that power, like if you consciously control yourself and allow that power to sit into your crown seat, it will elicit of you peace, respect, balance, and progression for what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural concomitantly. So in other words, if your third eye Power Ranger hops into your spirit Megazord controller room, it will elicit of you, it will elicit of your personal Megazord, which is your vessel. It will elicit of your Megazord a peace, respect, balance, and progression for what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural concomitantly. It will elicit of you peace, respect, balance, and progression for what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural concomitantly. Who, what's, when, where, how, and why. when you gain mastery of those questions, when you gain mastery of those 6 single word questions, you'll find that application of words that I just mentioned to be the best route to take for thine own personal life. Be lifted in the spirit and walk good forever. Third part, veering. That's what I mentioned. Sorry about that. Well, not sorry, but just want you to get it as soon as possible. Veering. VEER, violent, erratic emotional responses. That's the third thing you need to gain full awareness immediately. To gain full awareness immediately, you need validation of the word awareness, mastery of the questions who, what, when, where, how, and why that apply to your own personal life. And 3, be aware of how and why people veer. Be aware of who, what, when, where, how, and why people are veering. Do not allow their veering to ruin your life, because they only veer and lie due to their pride and their jealousy. Pride for the way this world is, and jealousy for the mentality that you have that they don't. Violent, erratic emotional responses. Step 3 in gaining full awareness immediately. Gain full spiritual awareness immediately. Have mastery of spiritual awareness immediately. Have mastery of spiritual awareness. Once again, the spirit is the non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character, the soul. Soul is here, spirit is there. Soul is here, spirit is there. Pineal, meaning your abilities to control your inner thoughts and your inner morals and your moral standards and your natural moral standard wiring. You have a natural setup of moral standard wirings. Why? Because your pineal is inside of your flipping brain along with your spiritual essence. Therefore, they're automatically already connected. You just got to be aware of how they are and how they operate and how they work. That'll be all for this video. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.